this is Brett, the fridge gremlin. I'm the little dude that lives in your fridge that's here to fuck up your diet. The reason I say that is because most of you have a bunch of shit in your fridge. I'm talking about processed foods full of all kinds of interesting chemicals and crap that you don't want in your body. Okay, so let's take a look at what's in my fridge, and you can compare it to what's in your fridge. First of all, I'll tell you that there's no wheat or dairy in my fridge. Wheat and dairy are the two most allergenic foods on Earth. And the reason that they are is because wheat has a substance in it called gluten. And gluten is a sticky, cloggy substance that gums up the villi in your small intestine so that you can't absorb nutrients from the food. And basically what that gumming stuff is, it ends up to be, it's like plaque on your teeth. Your teeth get plaque on them. Well, your digestive system also gets a buildup of stuff in there, and Dr. Richard Anderson has coined the phrase mucoid plaque. Mucoid plaque. Doesn't that sound lovely? Whew, I love that. He lives just down the road from me. Anyways, so what you don't want is a buildup of residue in your body. And wheat creates residue in your digestive system, and dairy creates it everywhere. Dairy is not a human food. Humans have made it a food, and a toxic, gummy, crappy, nasty, gluey food. Dairy is glue. If you want to consume the Elmer's glue of food, consume cheese and yogurt and cottage cheese and all the rest of those lovely things that create crap plaque in your arteries and veins. And eventually, the vein that used to be this big, it now can only pump blood through a hole this big. And then you get to go down for a quadruple bypass. So don't consume those freaking foods, and don't listen to those assholes at the dairy industry. Anyways, alright, let's move on and take a look at some healthy food. Healthy, organic, vegan food. These are the foods that don't leave crap. Residue strewn throughout your body. These are leftovers from the health food store. And try not to buy prepared foods at your health food store with canola oil in them, because that's not really a healthy oil. It's a cheap oil. It's a real cheap oil, and that's why they buy that in the 5-gallon drums. This is seaweed, and this is seaweed, and seaweed has a lot of minerals in it. Do you think that seaweed leaves a lot of residue in a person's body? No! Seaweed is not going to leave a lot of sticky, gummy, crappy residue in your body. When you see some dude that's like 60 or 70 years old, and he's got a great big belly on him like this, sticking out about 2 feet with a belt holding it up. What do you think is in there? Have you ever wondered to yourself, what's in there? Well, I'll tell you, it's not a basketball. It's a bunch of mucoid plaque, parasites, and fat. A parasite is an organism that lives off a host. And it may be a worm, it may be a yeast, it could be all kinds of various critters in there. But this doesn't create that. And those things have to live off undigested food matter. So the more you consume food that doesn't digest well, The more you consume food that just sticks in there and leaves residue, the more you consume food that makes it acidic in there, the more you consume food of simple carbohydrates, foods that are refined, then the more they get to go, woohoo, let's eat! So eat fruits and vegetables and non-glutinous grains like millet, quinoa, and amaranth, and rice, brown rice for a while, and get off of the glutinous grains that are more for animals. And stay off of dairy. Get off of dairy. Just get even raw goat's milk. I already played that game. I already know that anybody that says that raw goat's milk is better than raw cow's milk or pasteurized cow's milk, those people don't know what they're talking about. I avoided that one out. Okay, products like this. Tomato sauce. Now, this tomato sauce, I'll tell you what the ingredients are. Tomatoes, tomato puree, onions, garlic, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt, not the crappy Morton salt, parsley, garlic flavor, basil, locust bean gum, and black pepper. All organic. Every freaking thing in there. Organic. Look at this. Acai juice. Yeah, that was 40 bucks. But guess what? You have to take care of you by spending a little bit of extra money now so that you don't got to spend 100 grand on a quadruple later. Think. Use your fucking heads. I'm in kind of a radical mood tonight, but you know what? Sometimes you gotta cut loose. Here's some maple syrup. Don't consume white sugar anymore. That's not a food. That is ungodly. For those of you that are Christians or Buddhists or whatever you may be, guess what? Refined foods are not of God. And next time you stop at McDonald's or Burger King or one of those places and you eat white flour foods, guess what? It's not from God. That's from some idiot at some factory. This is from God because God is a tree. God is a tree, God is you, God is me. God is everything that's natural. God is not things that are unrefined or greedy. And that's what those people are. They are basically, those people at Monsanto and those people at the drug companies, those people are trying to suck the cash out of your wallet. That's the bottom line. And guess who their buddies are? Doctors. Doctors. That's who they're coordinating with to be able to sell you the products, the crap that's going to fuck you up in your body. That's the truth. And you know what? I don't care if they have a lot of power. I don't give a shit if they have a lot of money and they decide to come after people like me. Because you know what? There's a lot bigger entities in this world than them. And it's not of a human nature. It's of creation's nature. And creation will not put up with the bullshit. So anybody that is just trying to make a lot of money so that they can buy a big old house on the hill and a big nasty car from Mercedes-Benz, well, guess what? They're going to get dragged out in the street just like Gaddafi. So, this is sauerkraut. And this is helping to rebuild my digestive system. Learn about all the different foods from books like this, Healing with Whole Foods by Paul Pitchford. This guy is awesome. I have called him, I have emailed him, he's done consultations with me, and he is a very good dude, and he is down to earth. If you can't get a hold of somebody, or if they're too big to talk to you, or they're charging some outrageous price for their services and products, well, guess what? That means that they have gotten out of being grounded to the earth. They're not in touch with human beings anymore. So screw them. Screw them. If you see an ad on the front of my videos, guess what? That's just helping me to publicize myself. And whatever I have to do to be able to get my word out to you, that's what I'm going to do. And I don't care what they put down there. So, let's look in here. Vegetables. Organic vegetables. Yes. Let's look in here. There's some broccoli. Organic broccoli. Let's look in here. Organic apples. Organic tomatoes. Organic onions. Organic potatoes. Organic cranberries for your kidneys. Organic bell pepper. Here's some leftovers. Red kidney beans. You get the picture. Eat healthy, whole, organic foods and get away from wheat and dairy. Most of you need to get away from soy too. That's how you lose weight, but that's also, more importantly, how you get healthy. And other things that you have to do is be strong and know what your purpose is and think healthy thoughts and do good things.